Hello my friends, and welcome to episode 22 of One Credit Classics. Two things happened in 1988 that are at the heart of this video. Number one, TAD Corporation released the very game that you're seeing right now, Cabal, and it's absolute chaos. It's a cross between every Arnie, Chuck Norris, Stallone run and gun film you've ever seen, Operation Wolf, and Shootout by Data East. It's a CRT nightmare that perfectly illustrates the horrors of war and the futility of the whole sorry process. Number 2, Metallica released a fourth full-length album and Justice for All, the first since the death of bass player Cliff Burton. A progressive thrash tour de force, but more importantly, spawned the band's first ever production music video, the iconic One, a dark masterpiece about a soldier left alive without limbs or senses after a war. There's a link in the description box if you're interested. The reason why this is important is because during the recording process of making this video, the two have become indelibly linked in my brain. I'm unable to play Cabal without hearing the internal soundtrack of savagery that One represents. Every time the game starts up, that's all I can hear, that's all I can see. It's brutal to say the least. There is nothing more to say about this game. You kill things until there's nothing more to kill. In this mission anyhow. Because in reality, there's always someone to kill, and there's always something to destroy. Thanks to everyone for the support and subscriptions. Thanks to you for tuning in. Ain't more hell. Let's do this, shall we? So there's 5 levels, 4 worlds per level, and a boss at the end. So, central premise is, you're the guy at the bottom, any bullets that hit you, and that's a weapon that'll get straight away. Oh, there's nothing better than just absolutely obliterating people with this. See me blow up buildings and get extra points for that. Points are key in this because you do get a lot of extra lives with them. You get an extra life at 150,000, and then you get an extra life at every 500,000 after that, so 150. Realistically, by the time you get to the end of a good clear, you should be on about 1.5 million, and at which point you can be 1.15 million, sorry, 1.2. So you should, if you take a lot of stuff out, be able to amass enough for 3 extra lives, which is central to the clear because you can die really cheaply at any point. When I kill an enemy, you'll see that meter at the top starts filling up. When it fills all the way up to the top, the level's over. And the guy just clearly tries to deal with the onset of post-traumatic stress disorder by dancing after having blown up hundreds of people. Right. When I'm standing behind this wall, you can use that for cover. There are bits of cover, but as you'll notice, you see that one there. Later on, the cover that you get is a bit more sturdy, but now you can see all the cover's gone. There's some other there, but it makes sense to kind of stay here really for this bit because a lot of the enemies are kind of more central. So buttons, you've got a shoot button, you've got a grenade button. You can see I've got 13 grenades. I'm not using a lot of them at the moment because these early levels are quite straightforward. And what I try, it's best doing strategy-wise is save the grenades for. Oh god, that's close. Save the grenades for when the helicopters turn up or when the screen gets really, really overcrowded. And you also need a good supply of grenades to take the last boss. Now, what I want to try and do is blow up that building on the left, but I might have left it a bit too late. Might throw a grenade there. There we go. The other button you've got is a roll button. You do 2 types of rolls. You can do like a forward roll like that, which gets you like a bit away across the screen. If you press up and across and the roll button, you do like a handstand kind of cartwheel thing, which seems to take you a similar amount, but it takes you there a lot quicker. And it's recognizing the timing differences between those, which give you kind of a key edge really when it comes to kind of survival. All the stuff on here you can blow up, pretty much. As you can see, the enemy is going to spawn on the right in a sec, and those 2 up there can also take those gates out. Oh, beautiful. Just nothing better than this. Like, there really isn't. Like, I've said this like these last couple of days since I've been playing this. There's just no better feeling than there's just in kind of old video games that I've played through doing this. There's no better feeling than getting the machine gun on Cabal and absolutely just drilling everybody. Helicopters. These are tough. Worth using a grenade for. If you can get a free line of shot at them, what you can do is you can basically shoot them before they come on the screen. This guy with the white as well, he flips a couple of times, will always drop a grenade. If he then lies on the floor and you haven't properly killed him, what you can do is you can try and shoot the people who you can try and shoot the medics who try and collect him, and you get rewarded for kind of blowing the medics up, which once again is a shocking indictment on the futility and harshness of war. He's screaming on his own at night, he is. Right. As you can see, I've already got an extra life because my scores, I must have got it last level without realising it. So my score's over 200, which is good. So 150 I needed. So my next one's at 650. There's a lot of stuff to blow up here to get bonus points for. That big plane at the back is relatively easy to take down. You get 30,000 for that, which is cool. Take these barrels as well. This guy, now. If you try and shoot him, you see, there you go, you see. They're at the wrong side of the screen, so I couldn't really get them. But if you shoot them, what you tend to find is that they will drop grenades. They can drop up to 4 grenades there, I think I'm alright there. Now, these planes coming in from above, you're standing between the bombs, or you can shoot them out of the air if you're feeling particularly gung-ho, which I'd advise, really. There you go, now. Unlucky. Do you know what I mean? St. John's ambulance. Just come and rescue the dude, and you like grill him in the legs with this machine gun. But yeah, 2 different weapons you get. You get the machine gun, the like special weapons. You get the semi-automatic machine gun, and you also get a shotgun, which doesn't fire as fast, but the target on it's really wide, so you can get like loads of people with it. Oh, see, could have easily died going for them then. What you'll notice as well is blown up tanks and vehicles, you generally tend to get more things knocked off. Now, boss. Key with this guy is you can take them out. So what you don't want to be doing is kind of waiting around. It's a good way of doing it is because, yeah, I've got quite a few grenades. Is try and predict the patterns, and then see if you can take I might struggle here actually. That's better. Yeah, he ain't got long left. Shot. And again. So that's him. Something about that music is just too it's just too happy. It's PTSD all over. Right, so I blow up these at the back, use a couple of grenades on these. It's worth taking out simply because a load of stuff plows through the back here. Like tanks and all sorts, and like these bits of wood as well you can take out. Right. Those helicopters are worth taking out because the way they attack is quite random. They fire like a big... It's not one bullet. It's like a big stream of bullets. And it's very, very, very easy with those helicopters to just get completely chewed up without realising it. So if you can get a shot on them, you get a lock on them, it's worth doing it. Shot. And that. See, so there's only 2 left. There was only 2 blue things on the red bar left, so taking the tank took 2 of them out, and now I'm back up to 10. Drop a grenade in the middle here, try and take all that out. Yeah, got the bulk of it. You can also shoot your own cover, but I mean, well, why would you? But yeah, there really is no limits to what you can actually blow up on this. Now you see, this is trouble when you get a couple of helicopters. I'm happy with that. Same here. Oh god, I don't need this. See what I mean by those? Yeah, I did well there to take those helicopters out, but that stream of bullets can move left and right. It's dead. It's hard to avoid, and it's dead easy to get picked off by. Now this kind of plantation-looking house. See, this is tough when you end up with a stream like that. But yeah, you kids are all gonna die now. Absolute horror. It's just the best feeling. There you go. And you can also farm the you farm the grenades from the stretcher men dead quickly as well with them. You might imagine. Probably should get to one side really, but I've gone full spray and pray here. Oh, and that's the other weapon, the shotgun. See, it's got a much wider blast radius. It does a load more damage as well. The other thing as well is the sub weapons. They actually run on time, not bullets. So you've got them for a set amount of time. It feels like it's about 20 to 30 seconds. But you can get them before boss levels. It's very rare, but you can. You kill, because it's random when you kill an enemy, basically. But if you get one of the either the shotgun or the other one before the or the machine gun before a boss fight, you just get absolutely creamed. Like none of them are really geared to kind of survive it, really. There you go. This level's tricky because there's just loads of stray bullets. Like 99% of the bullets as well, you can blast out the air. But it does get harder. Oh, come on! I didn't need that. I could do with a weapon here or something to make this boss a bit easier. The other thing as well, I'm not going to get it, especially with bosses, is if you get hit by a boss and you die, then the boss starts again. So you have to basically, you have to one try all the bosses. There's no kind of middle ground to it. This is garbage. Right, see like that. Play this loads better than this. Boss is off, dead. I was quite lucky there, actually. Nice. And you can see with that one, it's taken me up over the limit. So I'm back up to another life, which is good. 3, I think that is, because I think you get 1 with 0 lives on the thing, so... It's not ideal, really. Still. Gotta plow on, ain't you? Horrors of war and all that. Just this. Absolute brutality. It's just absolute chaos. Now where? Can never. Oh yeah, I think these are all dockyards ones. There's one with a ship at the end, massive big ship at the end. As you can see, like, if you can take the enemies out before they fire, then you can keep the cover up for longer. And you need the cover, as you've probably seen, when it gets too hectic. Because you can basically shoot any bullet, so you can go through the levels and preserve all the cover that you've got. But cover's handy for situations like that, where you've got to kind of take your eye off the ball if you've got, like, a helicopter to try and take out. Because it does get pretty difficult. And it, like I say, it's pretty random as well what you get. Enemies. See, I should be alright here because there you go. You see, I only needed to kill 1 more to blow everything up. That's the other thing. The level stops when the red meter fills. It doesn't stop when you kill all the enemies. So, like, sometimes it's about prioritizing like that. If you see, if you've only got 1 left and you see a load of helicopters and they're coming, it's best to try and take some, like, God, it sounds terrible. It's best to kill people, kill the ground troops easier, and then and let the helicopters get blown up themselves. Right, so I remember this level being quite hard actually. Probably gonna, I might struggle here. Oh, I've done alright there. God, how many more? 4, right. The right set of circumstances, I should be alright here. Yeah. Sorted. Right. 3, 4. A lot of stuff to kill here, points wise. Which is important really, because what we really need to try and do is to get our points back up. Like I say, I could do with getting to a 1.15 million to get another extra life. Oh no, there's a lot of troops here as well. See, this is what I talked about. You don't ever say, well, a lot of it's luck. Like, because it's random if you get weapon power-ups or not. Like a shotgun or a machine gun makes all of this easier. Because you can literally just clear the room loads easier. You've got much less chance of getting hit. Oh, I didn't need that. I've still got quite a bit more stuff to take out. See, like that. Like that. Absolutely. Now, I've still got this machine gun, so the boss might come across. I might get a few shots off on him. I have. See how much I've grilled him there. And that's it. Like, absolute horror. I'm really hoping I get this time. Just so that bit stays in, because it's just worth it to show how overpowered all them weapons are. Now this one, it's a real help if you end up with an extra weapon on this, because this one's just all men and they all just fire loads. So like your screen fills up with bullets like really quickly. I haven't got a great amount of, what's it either. I haven't got a great amount of grenades. It'd be nice to get a couple more of them, but this isn't really the level to try and stockpile them, if I'm being honest. There's one in a min with a load in fact, the second to last level or the last level. See, normally I'd make a big point of trying to take a load of them out, but it's just kind of too dangerous at the moment. You just got to take what you can take, really. Right, 4.2. Quite a lot of stuff to take out here, as you can see from here. The other thing as well is why it's good taking stuff out. It's not just points, but with... Ah, it's better. Stay at this. There's nothing safe with this gun. Absolute chaos. Vehicles get taken out easier. It's just the best feeling in this entire game when you get a special weapon. Especially if you get a special weapon when you're just struggling. A special weapon when the screen's full of enemies. It's absolutely mow them all. Absolute horror. Oh, beautiful. See, that's quite... That's not a shame. It's always good to get a power up. And I got an extra life through that as well, so I'm back up again, which is good. But this, as you might imagine, birds going mental upstairs. Birds clearly unhappy with the horrors of war. When I say my bird, I mean my budgie, for example. Just to explain that, I'm not like being like an 80s comedian. My bird's upstairs. She don't like all this. Like, I have got two budgies. Ah, see, it's another good shout getting that. See, and as you can see, I mean, I was going to say I'll go for them, but I can't really because there's just too much stuff happening on the screen, but... Ah, didn't need that. I got a bit carried away trying to take these planes out, to be honest with you. But it's alright, still doable. Done well there. Could do with a few more grenades. The boss of this one's tough as well. This boss is tough and the next boss is tough, but we'll see what happens. And you'll notice as well that you'll start noticing as well that the cover that you get starts to get a bit better just because there's more stuff to it, more stuff that can potentially kill you. See, it's the bits like this where it's a bit quieter, where you could really use one of those. You could use one of those blokes to come on to drop the. Where you get all farm all the grenades. Oh, come on! Just as that bloody thing blew up. Ugh. I've forgotten another 2 lives. It's doable. It's not easy, but it's doable. Trapped in a world that's much too real. Nice. This could really work, actually. Depends how long that thing takes to fall down. Right, that's massive. A massive help, that is. Bosses are tough here, but what you've got to do, basically, with them is... You didn't really get a chance to see, because I just absolutely blitzed it, but... If you stay in the corner there, what you need to do is chuck grenades and take the right-hand one out first. And then when you take the right-hand one, it gets a lot easier straight away. Gonna need some help to get through this. This is where, like, this is where it's dead easy to lose a load of lives. It gets easier to lose a load of lives here just because you start finding that the screen just gets like filled up really quickly. There's like more stuff more enemies come on in like multiples, and there's not really a chance of you getting another extra life. So I mean, this is pretty much, do you know what I mean? It's getting crowded already. Did well there not to die. Oh, God almighty, that was close. That was super close. I killed the last guy just as the thing he stopped. Score's really good here as well. There's a chance I could get another life here. It's probably worth blowing everything up. Especially when there's like 20,000 and stuff. I only need another, what, 140 odd thousand for a life. And I'm going to get points for killing stuff as well. I shouldn't waste grenades on stuff either. But like I say, it's not luck, but I mean, like, if you get a load of extra weapons, then obviously it's going to be a lot easier to kill everything. And if you don't, then, I mean, you're going to be on screen longer. You've got more chance of getting it. It just all adds up, you see. That's not bad at all. There's some stuff on the right I could have done with taking out, but still. It's got us through the level, which is the important part. 5-3, right. Absolute horror. Yeah, I knew I was going to get it there. Never mind. Last life. Wait a minute. 20,000 for that. This is touch and go here. But this is the last level, so we'll see. I know there's a lot of grenades to farm on here, but there isn't anything to blow up, so... I got an extra life, I think. Yeah, I did. Right. Right, last boss. And I've got a machine gun. Come on, come on, come on. Just spawn. And that, my good friends, is the horrors of war. Is landmine has taken my sight, taken my hearing, and one credit as advertised. Sit down. Ain't war hell, eh? From the office of the commander. Good work, soldier. We commend you for your bravery in halting the armed forces of the terrorists. Return to headquarters. Your next mission awaits you. The futility of war. It ain't over. This is just starting. He's alright, do you know what I mean? He's slaughtered hundreds of thousands of people. Sit there with your rifle, have a smoke. He's faceless. He don't know what's happened. He don't even know what day it is. He just knows that he's going to go somewhere, it'll be dark, he'll go to sleep, probably get haunted by faces and voices, and then he'll wake up in the morning, they'll drop him off somewhere else and expect him to turn up at the end under a pile of like bodies and broken glass and mangled equipment. That was quite intense, wasn't it? See what score we ended up with. 2.1 million. 2.188110. I didn't really want to talk over that. Cabal, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute quality. Just fun. Fun in a really kind of dark kind of way. And then, like I say, if you're going to play this through, or you do want to play this through, like I say, Listen to some early Metallica and it'll just, it's I can't put it into words. It's just a visceral gaming experience. It really is. Listen to you go on YouTube and put Metallica Seattle '89 and you'll get that gig that was on that DVD, that live binge, whatever it's called, Purge one, and they play like Creeping Death and One and Sanitarium and all that stuff, and it's just absolute. It's just monstrous. A few other facts about the thing that I didn't get in the intro. The original arcade version of this actually had a trackball instead of a joystick until they found out that loads of people struggled with playing it. So they bought it out in a joystick format. This was actually was shipped by Taito, I think, in Europe and North America, I want to say, and in Japan it was TAD or something like that. I know Taito did a lot of the distribution for it. It's just one of those games where it's weird, like, people don't remember the name of it, and then they see a video and they're like, oh yeah, I used to play that, but it's never, oh, they had one in my arcade. There was always one in the video shop, or there was one in a chip shop near me, I seem to remember, which was pretty legit. But yeah, it's just fun. All these games are, like, I wouldn't be playing them otherwise, and you wouldn't be watching them, I hope. Absolute horror. It's just the way they just, everybody keeps dying but keeps kind of coming forward. Like I say, the horrors of war. Shout outs to everybody who's been a part of this so far. All the subscriptions, all the comments, all the likes. You people are golden. Big shout out to my boy Hayden, who I had a big conversation about this very game with for the last couple of weeks, and I know he'll probably be watching this, and then I imagine he'll probably watch it again and then put like a Harvester of Sorrow on or something. But yeah, it's absolute chaos. Take very good care of yourselves, my good friends, and I will see you on the next episode of One Credit Classics. Take care.